Hello there, and welcome to Chapter 4 WLAN Design Concepts and Devices. In this video, we'll be discussing about the practical aspects of WLAN, the design, and the configuration that is involved in the infrastructure devices. So, kindly listen, and here we go. So in this question, the topology is already given to you. We have a router here, the 2811 model router, which is connected via the fast Ethernet interface FA0/1 to a switch. The switch here, which is to the switch, it is connected to FA0/5. The switch is connected to one PC 0 here, another PC 1 here. Okay, it is also connected to a wireless router here, the WRT 300 model. In this practical, we will be configuring the router for creating the sub interfaces. We will be configuring the wireless router, WRT 300. Okay, for configuring the internet connection, for configuring the IP addresses, and also for configuring the security options as well as the SSIDs. We will be testing the connection of this wireless router to the wireless PC. We have a connection PC here which will be used for connecting to the wireless router and getting the GUI, the graphical user interface, for configuring the wireless router. So let us start with step one. The questions are given here. So the first thing we have to do is we are going to do the task connecting and logging to the wireless router. Okay, so let us start with the default address. Here in the question is the default address given as 192.168.1.1. But in this example, we are going for the connection as 192.168.0.1, which is given over here. Okay, the LAN connection is given here 192.168.0.1. So that is the connection port that we will be using. So let us start with that first. The question is here. I'll just minimize the question. And here is so for the connection to the wireless router, you have to go to connection PC, go to the web browser, type the address 192.168.0.1. In this case, it is 0.1, so I'm using that. It's slightly different from what is given in the question. The username is admin, and the password is also admin. So please enter both of them. Click OK. Automatically, you will be forwarded to the wireless and broadband router. Okay. In the setup, we have the basic setup. The internet setup is here. Let us look at the question one more time. Here, step 1 is set the internet connection type to static IP. Okay. Here we have to give the static IP. So let us go here. Select static IP. That's the first question. Uh, Configuring the internet IP address as 172.17.18.25. So please give the internet address as 172.17.88.25. The subnet mask is supposed to be 255.255.255.0, and the default gateway is also asked here. The default gateway is 172.17.88 dot 1. The question, I'll just make it clear for you. So this is the internet IP address I've given here. The subnet mask is given here, and the default gateway should be also given. So 192.17.88.1, which is a question. Okay. Now the next thing to do is that configuring the router IP parameters. So if you the configuring the IP parameters, and here you can see the router IP. What should be router IP? So it is asking router IP should be 172.17.40.1. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Okay. Under the DHCP server settings, ensure that the DHCP server is enabled. So the DHCP server should be enabled, and that's the main thing you have to do first. And you have to just come down and don't forget to save the settings. So once the settings are saved, you might see a request timed out because you had initially logged in using this IP address 192.168.0.1. Now the router IP address has been changed to 172.17.40.1. So we'll try to use that IP address to log in again. So 17, just to check if it is working or not, 17.40.1. And if everything is okay, you should be able to see the graphical user interface here, but it's not coming. It's because of one reason, that the IP configuration also has to be changed. Okay, so please again go back to the IP configuration. Okay, click on static one more time, click on DHCP the next time, and you're able to see now the DHCP request is successful. So in this case, what you do, you have to just go to IP configuration, click on DHCP, and the new IP settings should be effective, should come here. And if it is DHCP successful, you can again go to web browser and please type the new IP address, which is the router IP address 172.17.40.1. And as you can see, the username password is asking. So please come to admin, the same username password, admin. You can click OK. You can see that you are able to see the graphical user interface configuration page of your wireless router. Okay, so this is the first thing you need to do and check if everything is okay or not. Now the next thing we need to do is that we will be going to set the network name. So in that you have to click the wireless tab and you have to give the name. The name that need to be given is WRS LAN underscore. You have to give a number. Okay, so in this case, so for setting that, what you go to wireless. So we have the basic wireless setting. You have to give the name WRS underscore LAN. You have to give a number. So let us take the number 11. Just remember this name for the SSID. Okay. That's the first thing you need to do. And the radio band, will just keep it by default. If anything need to be changed, it will be given in the question. You have to change it. Otherwise, you can just do it like that. SSID broadcast, you just disable it as asked in the question, and you can just go and save the setting. So please remember the SSID name is WRS LAN 11. Okay, and the SSID broadcast has been disabled now. Now the next thing we need to do is to set the security mode. In that case, you have to go to wireless security. Okay, we have to usually give the security mode as WPA2 personal, which will be asked in the exam. WEP is a insecure way of securing the wireless devices because it's not having that much security. So the latest one that we use is WPA2 personal, which is the most secure way of wireless security. The encryption, no need to change. If it is asked to change it. Otherwise, we'll be usually using AES. We have to give a key for the passphrase. So we'll just give the key here as given here 123456789 0. The same thing we'll use here. Better to type 123456789 0. Okay, and once that is done, click Save Settings. So don't forget to save it, and that is done. Okay, the next thing we need to do is that we have to set a router password. So the router password is usually set here. If you go here, you can see an administration tab. So click on the administration. It is asking what should be the router password. Only the password we need to change here. So the router password, as per the question, it should be Cisco 123. So just keep that. Cisco 123 small letters, again Cisco 123 small letters. All the other things, remote management, the next setting we need to do is that enable remote management. We enable. So here I'll just enable the remote management, and that's done. You can just click on save settings, and when you save the setting, it will again ask you the username and password. So the username is admin. The new password was Cisco 123, and click OK. You can see the settings are successful. Click continue, and you will be forwarded to the same page where we have set the router password. So once you have done this, that's all for the settings that you need to do in the WLAN router or the Wi-Fi router. You can just close this. Now the next thing we need to do is how to connect this wireless PC to the wireless router. So for that, you go to the wireless PC, okay, click on desktop and check if PC wireless is coming or not. It's telling that there is no wireless interface installed in this particular PC. So I'll click OK and I'll go to the physical port and let me check if there is any wireless. So there is no wireless here. These are Ethernet ports. So please switch off the PC, come here, remove the Ethernet port which is not required, and you can use the WMP300N, which is a wireless 2.4 gigahertz wireless interface. So it can be used to connect to the wireless networks. So click on the on switch and the PC will be on. Let us go to desktop again, PC wireless, and you can see that now the connection has come. So now how to create, how to associate with an access point or the Wi-Fi router here. So go to profile, see if anything is coming here. As you can see, the Wi-Fi name will not come because SSID broadcast we have disabled. Okay, so it won't connect. So what we'll do is that we have to create a new profile. You can give any name as you like. So let us give the name Wi-Fi. Uh, click OK. So we'll again check if any Wi-Fi is available. As you can see, there is nothing here. So you have to go to advanced setup, infrastructure mode. Of course, what is the wireless network name? So as you remember, we have given the SSID name as WRS LAN underscore 11. So I'll just give the same name, WRS capital underscore LAN underscore 11. So that's it. The underscore I think is there. Click next. Obtain DHCP settings automatically. Yes. Click next. Security was given. Which was security? We have given WP2 personal. I'll click that. Click next. The key that was given was 123456789 123456789 and click next and click on save. So we'll try to check if it is connected or not. You can just click on connect to network. It will try to connect to see if and you can see that you have successfully connected to the access point, which means that the connection is successful. Okay, so that's all. If you want to see get more information, click here. It will you can see that the network name is given, channel that is used given, security is also given here. Okay, um, you can check if the connection is successful or not by clicking on the wireless PC. And if you want to give a DHCP setting, it will connect to the DHCP. As you can see here, DHCP request is successful, which means that now the setting is already complete. The last part that we had studied is to create the router R1 sub-interfaces. So for that, already the settings are given here. So for that, you can go to CLI, click here to return to get started. You can use the regular commands that you already know, which is enable the configure terminal command. And the first thing you need to do is that you have to make this interface up. So I'll go to interface FA0/1. I'll try to give the no shutdown command. You can see that now the interface is up. Now we have to give the sub interface commands. So I'll go to interface FA0/1.10. So the line protocol is up here. You have to give the IP address which is given here. I'll just make it bigger, the screen. 172.17.10.1/24 means 255.255.255.0. And as you can see that the IP address is already given. The only problem here is that the messages come as IP routing is allowed only if the sub interface is already configured as part of IEEE 802.1 or 802.1Q. Okay, so in order to give, it's asking us to give encapsulation. So I'll give the command encapsulation dot one q, and as it is part of VLAN 10, we have to give the number as VLAN 10. Okay, please give the IP address again so that the settings are already there. You can exit if you want, and please go to the next interface, which is FA0/1.20. You can better give encapsulation dot one q. Here the VLAN is 20, as the sub interface is also 20. Please give the IP address as 172.17.20.1 you can exit from there, and final sub interface is interface FA 0/1/1.88. Here also you need to give encapsulation dot one q88. Give the IP address as 192, sorry, 172.17.20.88.55.55.55.0. Sorry, it was there was a problem with 88.1, 55.55.50, and that's all. And this concludes the practical part for WLAN that you have done. So here, in conclusion, we have configured the wireless router. We have configured the wireless router to have SSID and also to have security. We have configured the wireless PC using profile, new advanced, and also we have configured the router to have sub interfaces as given in the question, as listed with these IP addresses. Thank you for listening and have a great time.